They say time heals all wounds. But some scars don't fade. They sharpen. This is the story of a girl who smiled while plotting her revenge. 3 years ago, in the city of Chicago, a girl named Lena Hart had everything: love, dreams, and a future that sparkled like the skyline at night. She was smart, humble, and deeply in love with Ethan Cole, a young architect she believed was her forever. They met at an art exhibition. She painted emotions, he built structures. Together, they were perfect, at least, that's what Lena thought. But perfection has cracks, and love can turn poisonous. One cold February evening, Lena found herself standing outside Ethan's apartment, holding a gift, a framed sketch of a building he once designed. Inside, laughter echoed, a woman's laughter. She froze, then opened the door. Ethan was there, shirt unbuttoned, glass of wine in hand. And beside him was Rachel, Lena's best friend. Lena dropped the frame. Glass shattered across the hardwood floor. Ethan's face turned pale. Rachel tried to speak, but Lena just smiled, that cold, trembling smile that hides a storm inside. "Don't worry," Lena whispered. "I'm not angry. I'm just done." She left that night, but her mind didn't. Something inside her had changed, something dark, something patient. Months passed. Ethan and Rachel moved on, posting happy pictures, engagements, vacations, pretending like nothing ever happened. Lena disappeared, deleted her social media, sold her art, and moved to another part of the city. People said she had broken down. They were wrong. She was rebuilding, piece by piece, with precision and quiet fury. During those 2 years, Lena learned things: psychology, coding, business management. She started working under a new name, L. Harper, at a real estate firm that just so happened to handle major city projects. One of those projects belonged to Ethan Cole. It was the launch party of Ethan's biggest project, the Horizon Tower, a $40 million skyscraper that would mark his career's peak. Investors, media, and partners filled the elegant ballroom. And then she walked in. Lena, elegant, confident, wearing a black dress that looked like it had secrets sewn into it. Ethan almost dropped his champagne. "Lena, you." He stammered. She smiled softly. "It's Ms. Harper now. I work with the investment team. Congratulations, by the way." Rachel, standing beside Ethan, froze. She could feel something dangerous in Lena's calmness, like a storm behind glass. For the next few months, Lena stayed close, professionally polite, but never too far. Ethan began to feel paranoid. Things went missing, rumors spread, investors started backing out mysteriously. And yet, no one could link it to Lena. She was too careful. One night, Lena invited Ethan and Rachel to a celebration dinner to discuss a potential investor who wanted to double the project's funding. The dinner was at a luxury, rooftop restaurant overlooking the same city where their love and betrayal had begun. "Let's toast," Lena said, raising her glass, "to old friends and new beginnings." They smiled awkwardly. She turned to Ethan. "You must be proud, Ethan. You've built your dream." He nodded, still uneasy. "Yeah, it's been a journey." She looked at him with a strange calm. "Funny, isn't it? How things we build sometimes collapse, especially when the foundation is rotten." Rachel's face tightened. "What are you implying?" Lena leaned back. "You know, Rachel, betrayal is like architecture. It always leaves cracks. You can hide them. But eventually, everything falls apart." They exchanged nervous glances. Ethan stood up. "Lena, what's this about?" She smiled, pulling out a tablet from her bag. On the screen were documents, evidence that Ethan had used forged permits, hidden funds, and stolen blueprints from a smaller firm years ago. "You see," she whispered, "I didn't just come back for revenge. I came back for justice." Within days, the story broke out. Star architect caught in fraud scandal. The company's shares plummeted, investors withdrew, and the Horizon Tower project was frozen. But that wasn't all. Lena had anonymously sent files to the city's construction authority. The permits were revoked, and demolition began, piece by piece. Ethan's dream crumbled before his eyes. Rachel left him. His reputation was gone. He tried to call Lena, but she never answered. Until one rainy night. He found her, sitting at the same cafe where they'd met years ago. Why, Lena? Why destroy everything? He shouted. She looked up, her eyes cold. You destroyed me first. I just returned the favor, brick for brick. Months later, Ethan was bankrupt, working on minor projects in another city. One morning, he saw a headline. Artist Lena Hart sells digital collection for $5 million. Below was a picture, smiling, peaceful, free. Her art piece? It was titled, The Fall of the Tower. Each digital painting depicted stages of the skyscraper collapsing, eerily, resembling the real Horizon Tower. At the final frame, a woman stood in the ashes, holding a brush. The caption read, Creation begins with destruction. The video of her art exhibition went viral. People praised her brilliance, how she turned pain into art. But no one knew the real story behind it. No one knew how perfectly planned it all was, from the job, to the exposure, to the revenge. In the last scene of her interview, the host asked, Lena, what inspired this masterpiece? She smiled, looking straight into the camera. Some stories end in love, she said softly. Mine ended in balance. Revenge doesn't always come with blood or violence. Sometimes it wears a smile and waits, patiently, until the moment is right.